Ex-Bungie dev says Marathon leadership was, quote, extremely toxic and humiliating to work with. Bungie leadership needs to be gutted completely. Oh. Let's see. Spirit posted on Blue Sky saying, as a former Bungie employee who worked on Marathon, I feel for those still at the studio. Working with engineering / Marathon leadership was extremely toxic and humiliating. I won't speak about the rest, but Bungie leadership needs to be gutted completely. They worked as a senior software engineer from June of 22 to May of 24, per his LinkedIn profile. His comments shed more light on what appears to be a deeply troubled work environment. In his own words, he described the daily reality of working under leadership as extremely toxic and humiliating, making it clear that the issues were not just about the project's direction, but how the teams were treated on a personal level. This isn't the first time he's been open about his experience at Bungie. Last year, after the studio laid off more employees, he said he left Bungie because, quote, their leadership is the worst I've worked with. Rampant micromanagement, frequent toxicity and violations of their core values, and no ability to execute on their multi-franchise vision. Oh, every day was a fight for autonomy and trust. Every day was someone telling me I'm not allowed to speak on any issue or problem in a professional tone. Every day was someone telling me my industry experience didn't matter and that some failed CEO knows best as our sub-area lead. Oh, hold on. Let him cook. It was on our minds since the last layoffs in October of 23. We asked Pete, and his response was that it was a lever he'd pull again. They need to flush out leadership completely. My team was excellent, but it felt like everything else prevented us from doing anything meaningful. He also pointed out that repeated layoffs have only pushed the studio to rely more on contractors and even AI, making things even more difficult for the full-time staff. Quote, so when I hear that they laid off another round of my talented colleagues and friends, I feel angry. They're not at fault. They're not the ones who need to be canned. And every round only strengthens their resilience and or reliance on contractors and AI. No joke. I mean, I don't know what they're using AI for. Maybe just to help them with coding, because this is a programmer, it seems, an engineer, senior, like engineer or whatever. But I mean, it jives with what everybody else has heard. Everybody else has heard that the workplace is fairly toxic and the leadership sucks. And it seems like that's just more and more confirmed. And it really, really is just shocking how the mighty fall, you know?